Good evening and happy Wednesday, BMS. It is a lovely 55 degrees here in South Georgia. The time is now 8:50 p.m. And it's your girl Tiffany J here with yesterday's recap and today's news. Yesterday was Tuesday, January 28th, 2025. Morning greetings started rolling in and Tea Time Tuesday began. Everyone was asked to share 3 things that their past relationships taught them. Jordan gave a good morning to everyone who waits until the day after Valentine's Day to get half off on candy, but he took it back if you believe that Queen and Slim is a good black love story. Those relationship lessons started pouring in. Charles and Mike are still not forgiven. Bruno Mars and Sexy Red is a no, and Forrest Gump loved harder than anyone. But then Tyler Perry used blankets for snow, and some of us don't want our younger years ruined by people trying to expose stuff about our shows and movies. Of course, Jordan is a hater and feels like he needs to inform the people. Upcoming events were dropping left and right, and it was just a beautiful day in the BMS neighborhood. And just like that, we're all done with yesterday's recap, and it's time for a little bit of housekeeping. Please make sure you've done your mandatory introduction in the Facebook group. Regular sweeps are done, and we would hate for you to be removed for non-compliance. Also, don't plan any events without going through proper channels, and don't drop any business promotions, unapproved links, or anything of that nature in the chats. Protocols are in place for a purpose, and clear is kind. If you have any questions or if you need any assistance, please don't hesitate to reach out to the admins and moderators. They are here to make your journey a breeze. Also, be sure to check out your regional chats and get active. Ladies, join the ladies' lounge, and fellas, join the men's lounge. Those spaces are curated just for you. Lastly, we want to see you guys and gals on the Zoom chats nightly, building rapport and making connections. That's how you meet people and get in on all the fun. Also, don't forget about the Ladies Lounge Zoom every other Tuesday at 7 p.m. and the Men's Lounge Zoom every other Wednesday at 7 p.m. Those Zooms are for their respective audiences, and the information to join can be found in the Ladies Lounge for the ladies and in the Men's Lounge for the fellas. And now that we've done our housekeeping, it is time for today's news. Today is Wednesday, January 29th, 2025. Jordan got the morning started by giving a special good morning to everyone who is happy that DJ Academics is getting up out of here. But he took it away if you still listen to Drake in 2025. Then he sent a special message to his WCW telling her to pull up on him because he wants ribs, steak, and a piece of her chocolate cake. The chat started waking up and the morning greetings started rolling in. We had a few new folks pop in, and then came our question of the day. The focus was on bad habits in relationships, and the question was, what do you think was your most harmful habit in past relationships, and have you overcome it? Something shared was ignoring the red flags, having negative thoughts, waiting for the other person to mature, overthinking, getting easily irritated, people pleasing, not being vulnerable, and more. The answers are still rolling in. But let me just go ahead and tell you, when it came to red flags, I can remember a time when your girl was just thinking, well, those aren't red flags. That's the JSU marching band doing a halftime show, and they are on it. But of course, growth, maturity, and lessons learned, you really do learn to spot those red flags quick. Next thing you know, I gotta admit, the self-awareness is top tier, and shout out to Franz, Naisha, and their phenomenal staff for creating such a safe space to foster connections. BMS definitely has got the sauce. Next thing you know, we got a weather check that was showing off some lovely temps, and we are sending all the warmth to Rhonda and Fairbanks with a diabolical -10 degrees. Woo! And then here came Julius looking for cigar connoisseurs, and a couple of the ladies chimed in. But just like that, we are all caught up on today's news. Now it's time for our upcoming events. We've got the Valentine's Day Ball coming on Friday, February 14th through Monday, February 17th in beautiful Largo, Florida. We have a ton of events for everyone to engage in that weekend, and we are absolutely hoping to see you there. Jared and the Texas crew is having another game night on Saturday, February 1st in Houston. The Midwest is getting in on the fun with the Weedham Ones comedy tour on Sunday, February 2nd in Indianapolis, Indiana. And Florida is getting in on the fun with their Top Golf game night on Sunday, March 2nd in Tampa. Please make sure that you stay tuned to the events page in the Facebook group to stay up to date and in the know about all BMS events. And now it's time for the newest BMS News edition, our event spotlight. Tonight's spotlight goes out to Jared and the Texas chat doing it big with their game night at PJ's Coffee. They met up on January 11th and had a blast. With card games, board games, and good vibes, you couldn't help but enjoy yourself. And of course, they're keeping it rolling because they've already scheduled their next meetup. If you're in Texas and you want to have some fun, join Jared and the crew on February 1st from 4 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. for Playing Too Much. They'll be at PJ's Coffee again for games, networking, and a night to remember. Food and drinks are available at the venue for an additional price. For more information, be sure to check out the events page in the Facebook group or contact Cheetah Moses. And make sure you stay tuned for more BMS event spotlights. Now it's time for our newest BMS event spotlight. Today's spotlight goes out to Bree and the Georgia crew for their Win Games or Win Hearts event that happened yesterday, January 25th in Atlanta, Georgia. Those ladies and gentlemen met up at Punch Bowl Social to have some games, some shots, and an epic good time. Based on the pics and the videos, I think it's pretty safe to say mission accomplished. They had shots, and from what I heard, they had an Uno game of epic proportions. Make sure that you keep an eye on the Georgia crew because they are coming for you. And as always, for all events and upcoming functions, stay tuned to the events page in the Facebook group so that you'll always be up to date and in the know about all BMS happenings. Ladies and gentlemen, we have some exciting news. BMS is hiring. That's right, you heard me correctly. BMS is hiring. Are you passionate about fostering connections and organizing amazing events? If so, we're expanding our team and we're looking for dedicated moderators, chat hosts, event planners, designers, and developers to join our vibrant community. These are all paid positions. For more details or to apply, visit the featured section of our Facebook group or check out the pinned post at the top of your regional chats. We cannot wait to add you to our team. Our quote for the day is from George Patton. He said, "A good plan violently executed right now is far better than a perfect plan executed next week." That being said, stop waiting for the perfect set of conditions and launch out into the deep. The truth is that perfection is an illusion that will hold you hostage, waiting for something that is never going to happen. You have to create your plan, execute that plan, and then evaluate what could be better. Improve as you go and celebrate as you grow. You have people out here half-stepping and flying with far less knowledge and talent than you have in your pinky finger. Get out of your own way and make it happen. Trust me, you have everything you need to succeed, and I am personally cheering you on. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's it from your girl Tiffany J with yesterday's recap and today's news. As always, have all the fun, do all the things, and participate in all of the shenanigans. And while you do, know that I love you, but God loves you best. And always remember to make it great, know it's blessed, do your best, and God will most certainly take care of the rest. And I will check in with you, ladies and gents, tomorrow evening. Bye.